Since the earliest days of humanity, one question has followed human beings across the centuries. What happens after death? When the heart stops beating, when the body becomes still, when the eyes close for the last time. Is that truly the end of existence? Or is it only the beginning of a new reality? In the 19th century, through the studies organized by Allan Kardec, a remarkable work sought to answer these profound questions about life and death. This work is the Spirit's Book. In it, spirits respond to a series of questions about the nature of the soul, the spiritual world, and the moment of death. Among these questions, numbers 154 to 162 deal directly with one of the most important moments in human existence, the instant when the spirit leaves the physical body. According to these teachings, death does not represent the end of life. It is simply the moment when the spirit separates from the physical body. During physical life, the spirit remains connected to the body through a subtle bond, a spiritual link that allows communication between the material world and the spiritual world. Through this connection, the spirit experiences life within the physical world. When the moment of death arrives, this bond gradually begins to dissolve. However, this process does not occur in exactly the same way for everyone. For some individuals, the separation happens quickly and peacefully. For others, it may occur more slowly, like a gradual release between the spirit and the physical body. According to the spirits, this difference depends largely on a person's attachment to material life and on their level of spiritual development. After separating from the body, the spirit does not always immediately realize that death has occurred. In many cases, the spirit continues to believe that it is still alive in the physical world. It may remain close to its home, its family, or the places that were part of its life. It may try to speak to loved ones or attempt to interact with objects, but something begins to feel different. No one answers. No one seems to notice its presence. Little by little, the spirit begins to understand that something has changed. At that moment, the realization slowly emerges that material life has ended and a new stage of existence has begun. According to Spiritist teachings, many spirits experience a state known as spiritual confusion shortly after death. This state can be compared to waking up from a deep dream. During this period, the spirit may feel disoriented. Memories of physical life are still very present, and the new spiritual reality can be difficult to understand at first. This state of confusion does not last the same amount of time for everyone. For some spirits, it may last only a few moments. For others, it may take longer. Everything depends on the spiritual preparation of the individual, their thoughts, their values, and the way they lived their life on earth. As this confusion slowly fades, the spirit begins to perceive the spiritual environment around it. Many spirits report the presence of other spiritual beings approaching them during this transition. In many cases, these are relatives who had already passed away. In other situations, they may be spiritual friends or protective spirits who assist during this process of adaptation to the spiritual world. For those who lived cultivating kindness, charity, and elevated feelings, this awakening is often more peaceful. Many spirits describe a profound sense of relief. It feels as if a great weight has been lifted. Without the physical body, pain disappears. The limitations of the material world fade away. Yet one thing remains: consciousness, personality, identity. Because according to Spiritist teachings, what we truly are is not the body, but the spirit. Without the physical body, the spirit feels lighter and freer. However, it remains exactly what it is built within itself throughout life. Material possessions do not follow us. Titles and social status do not come with us. What remains are our thoughts, our values, our virtues, and also our imperfections.
For this reason, Spiritism teaches that life on Earth is a great opportunity for learning. Each life is a chance to grow, to develop love, wisdom, and understanding. Death, therefore, is not an ending. It is simply a passage, a transition between two states of existence. According to the teachings presented in the Spirit's book, the spirit continues its journey after death. It continues learning, reflecting on its experiences, and preparing for new steps in its spiritual evolution. In this way, death ceases to be a frightening mystery. It becomes understood as a natural transformation of life, a passage between the material world and the spiritual world. Perhaps, in the end, death is not the greatest mystery of existence. Perhaps the real mystery is understanding what we are doing with the time we are given before it arrives. Because everything we cultivate within ourselves, our thoughts, our choices, and our actions, is exactly what we will carry with us when the moment comes to cross that great passage.